Let's see if we can get through this. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Paige. My wonderful daughter, Paige. Stacy, hello. Billy, hello. Hopefully, everyone's having a good night and having some good memories tonight. I wanted to come on here and just kind of give everyone an update on a friend of ours that has passed away just over the last day or so. It kind of just share with you guys what is going on and what has happened. I've talked to his family and actually spent the whole day at his house with his sister and talking to his mom and taking care of stuff that needs to be taken care of. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I forgot to check the mic before I started going. It looks like it's okay. So let me just and I thank you so much, everyone in the chat. There's already a bunch of people in there, and so the local people who I talked to today, Bob, Damien, thank you so much for helping me get through today. John as well, because it wasn't an easy day. I haven't had much rest in the last 36 hours, to be totally honest. So here's the deal. Sam from Sam's Tangled Web, very close friend of mine, very close friend to a lot of you watching right here, did pass away. And it happened very sudden. I want to let everyone know that it was from natural causes. The autopsy isn't back yet, but I've talked to the family and stuff, and his sister and mother, and Sam wasn't feeling well. And he had an infection or something going on inside, and apparently he was bleeding inside or whatnot, and he passed away. That's pretty much it. It wasn't anything. There was no like accident or whatnot. It was just some medical thing that happened to Sam, and unfortunately, it wasn't taken care of, and unfortunately, this is what the result is. So it was a natural causes. That's how Sam passed away. When I find out for sure exactly what it was from, I believe it was from an infected ulcer or something like that was bleeding or something like that. That's kind of the preliminary response or something. It's all internal. So that's how he passed away. He passed away late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, however you want to put it. His landlord found him. He had already passed when he found him, unfortunately. He tried CPR, and unfortunately, Sam was already gone. What I do want to share about Sam, this is very important to me, this is very important for me to remember Sam. Him and I had lunch on Tuesday together, and he had called me Sunday night, and he left a message. He's like, "Hey, I really want to hang out with you and stuff, and do you want to go have lunch on Tuesday or something?" And usually we hang out on Wednesdays, so I thought that was kind of weird. And so I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." I go, "I'm working on the bus," and I go, "Would you like to come over and take a look at it? Because nobody's really seen the bus in person, and I kind of wanted to show it to Sam." And so he's like, "Yeah." So we met at our comic shop, as we have 100 times before. And I was like, "Buddy, what do you want to eat, man? It's my treat today." And I go, I'm craving Panda Express today." And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds good." So we went and we got Panda Express. And this was all Tuesday afternoon. And we went and got Panda Express. We waited in line forever, it seemed like. I don't know what was going on. And then we went back to the bus. And he got to come on board, and he's the first person to see it, as far as comic book people and stuff. And I was so happy to show it to him, because a little known fact, and a lot of you might know this, Sam and I have been very good friends from the very beginning. And Sam was actually the first person to call me Bueller, he recognized me at a comic shop locally, and he referred to me as Bueller, and that's how we met. He watched the video. This is about a month into my YouTube career, or whatever you want to call it, and we were close friends right after that. And so it was fitting for him to be the first one to see the bus and to come on the bus, and for him to also be the first one to ever call me Bueller and befriend me or whatnot. So, but we hung out and we had lunch together, and I had a little video game set up there and on the bus because the power works, and we played PlayStation. We played Metal Gear Solid. He said he really liked that game and stuff, and he couldn't get past the first level. I don't know. I go, "Are you sure you played this before?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I beat it." And he couldn't get past the first guard. But we played Metal Gear Solid, and we played Tekken on this little mini PlayStation thing, and we just hung out. And we talked about comics, and we talked about doing another BS show Christmas special. If you guys know, me and Sam used to do a show called the BS Show, and if you haven't watched my other channel, Travis T, or Sam's channel, Sam's Tangled Web, it was the shittiest show on YouTube, but it was the best show on YouTube if you wanted to laugh. And it was all made up, and we just riffed on each other and had a really wonderful time. And we were talking about doing another one. I'll show you guys a picture. I think I saved it on here. This was from our Christmas special that we did last year. And just to give you a reference what kind of stuff we would talk about, this was an episode we did about Gwyneth Paltrow and her candle that smelled like her vagina. We had a lot of fun doing just horrible, dumb stuff together. And if you've ever watched one of our BS shows, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was unlike anything you've ever seen. It was a comic book show that was not a comic book show. That was more of a comedy sketch thing. It was a lot of fun. So Sam and I were talking about that, and because we haven't done one in a while. And he also shared with me, and I don't mind sharing this because you know what, he was pretty excited. But he said he met a girl at a barista locally or whatnot, and he thought she was pretty cute and stuff. And he was telling me about her, and I was like, "Oh, okay, more power to you with that new jacket," because he just got a brand new jacket, and he was pretty excited to share that. So he talked to me about that a little bit. And we just hung out for a couple hours on the bus together, just had a wonderful day together. And he wasn't feeling that great. He said he was really tired. He visited his sister the night before, and he was up late and stuff, you know. And I noticed he kind of dozed off a couple times when he was sitting in the chair. I was like, "You all right?" He's like, "I'm just really tired." I'm like, "You want me to drop you off?" He's like, "Yeah." So I dropped him off, and he uses the bus line or whatnot. And so I dropped him off there and said goodbye, and and we had a wonderful day. And we hadn't had a day like that in some time because I've been busy and he's been doing some other stuff and things. So it's just kind of a little reunion or whatnot. So anyway, he went home that day. Still, I guess he wasn't feeling well. Then that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday he met up at Mocha Express with Damien, and he wasn't feeling good, as Damien's in here right now. And thank you again for your help today, my friend. He wasn't feeling good as well. He was also tired. Told Damien the same thing, and so Damien ended up giving him a ride home very shortly after they were met up at Mocha Express. And then a few hours later, Sam passed away. And to our shock, we wouldn't think of that. Becky, as if you guys know who Becky is, he always talked about Becky on the BS show. She messaged me, and I missed it. I didn't see her message and stuff, and I felt horrible because I got it kind of was thrown for a loop what was going on. We didn't know for sure what was happening, and And finally, about 3 o'clock in the morning, Becky called me yesterday or today or whatever, or the day before, and let me know what happened and stuff. And then her Sam's sister called me this morning, and she said that Sam always said if anything ever happened to him, call Bueller, and Bueller will take care of it. And his sister didn't know my real name, so when I messaged her, she didn't recognize the message because it says Travis, and so she didn't know who it was. And I'm like, no, this is Bueller. And she's like, well, that's kind of a dumb name. I was like, okay. I go, it's okay, because Sam didn't know my real name for like the first 6 months that we were friends, and he'd stayed at my house and everything. So I go, I guess it runs in the family. So anyway, I met Sam's sister today, and we went to his house. It's been a very long day, and started going through some of his stuff. I've talked to his sister, and I talked to his mom. And as of right now, they don't really want to have a service for him. I guess I have to respect their wishes. I don't think they totally understood the gravity of how much he meant to us. And they knew of me, and they knew of like Damien and a few other people or whatnot, but I don't think they knew exactly how many people. And I tried to really convey that to her today, how many people are affected today by the loss of this man. And I honestly don't know if she fully gets it, to be totally honest. So anyway, they don't have a plan on doing a service. At least not at this time. If that changes, I will let you know. I asked them if they want to set up any type of GoFundMe thing so we could help raise some money for the family. They didn't really seem too interested in that. So at this time, that's not going to happen either. That might change. I don't know. Their plan, what they want to do, and they have obviously Sam had a comic book collection and stuff, and they would like to sell that collection and then give that money to his mother or his family or whatnot, and that's exactly what Sam would want that to do. So I am loaded up a whole collection of comics, all of Sam's comics. So and thank you, Damien, came over for the last part tonight to help me out because I was a little overwhelmed with what we were dealing with. And so Damien just lived not too far down the street, so he was able to come help me finish out tonight. So thank you again, sir. But we got all of Sam's books out of his place, and then his family's going to take care of the rest as far as his place goes, and because he was just renting a little 1-bedroom apartment. And but over the next few weeks, we're planning on hopefully leaning on my fellow Portland comic crew, and I know they're all in for it and stuff. And we're going to start going through Sam's collection and organizing it, and be putting together an auction for Sam, for his family, for his books. And all the money that we raise for his books will go to his mother and his family for whatever they need. His mom was really important to Sam, and she's been on disability for a while, and this will really make things easier for her going in the future and stuff. So that's what the plan is for that. Like I said, again, thank you, Damien, for helping me out. He's got a lot of Marvel books. So if you're looking for Marvel stuff, Spider-Man stuff, it's going to be a lot of that stuff in there. What can I say? He, like I said earlier, he was the first one to call me Bueller, and we were friends ever since. We did a lot of stuff together. He met my children. He watched my house. He stayed here. We always had fun together. Honestly, I kind of felt like a big brother to him. I always kind of watched out for him, and I pushed him at the same time because I know he was a little hesitant as far as taking the step into this, but he's been around for so long and part of the community, and really my nickname for him was Dial Up because he's been doing comic book videos for 14 years. And he just really enjoyed you guys, and he really enjoyed everyone out there. None of us are perfect, and he had his flaws and made some bad choices in life, just like we all do and stuff, but he made a lot of good choices as well, and made a lot of friends, and made a difference. And that's what I want to remember about Sam. So here's to Sam, and a cup of coffee to my good friend. That reminds me, when we were on the bus, I made him a cup of coffee, and he's like, "Don't you have any sugar?" I'm like, "No, just drink it." He's like, "I don't want to drink it." I go, "Come on, man, I'm making you coffee on the bus." And he's like, it's going to be horrible. So luckily my nephew's wife was there, and she came by. She's like, "You want me to get you some sugar? Because I don't have any sugar on the bus." So she actually went and got Sam some sugar, and brought some sugar out. So Sam drank his cup of coffee, got the sugar in there and stuff like that. So he was a lot happier. His packets, yes, he always had packets. He had packets in all his pockets of like ketchup and mustard and ranch and salsa and stuff like that. And he just got a brand new jacket. And when for some reason he got two of them, and I didn't know why. And I just found that out today. It's two of the same jacket. So I don't know. I was like, this is kind of weird. I want to say thank you to everyone who reached out to me today and just kind of shared their thoughts and condolences about Sam and stuff like that. It means a lot. I know it would have meant a lot to him. And, there's a lot of books in his collection that were gifts and stuff like that. And those meant a lot to him. And just know that the money that we do raise is going to go to his family, his mother. That's was really important to him and stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update. I know that a lot of people were curious about what was going on or what had happened and stuff. And I just kind of wanted to set the record straight and let you guys know that you guys were his family. He loved every one of you. And he's going to be missed. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys. And you know what? Good times ahead. All right, guys.